Hello guys, welcome back. How are you doing? I hope you are doing fine. I hope you are enjoying the journey to finding the purpose of life. In last lecture, we talked about the approach we will take to find the purpose of life. In this video, we are going to talk about who we are. We are going to study the properties of who we are from specific perspective. We may ask question first that who we are. Many of us feel that we have mind, soul and body. However, neuroscientists claim that our perception of our mind and soul are created by our brain. But we are not going to discuss this issue at this point. What we are interested at this point is our physical body. In this video, we are going to look into how our physical body came about. Let's look at the picture that depicts our ancestry, that is this picture. It represents an ancestry chain for human being. That is ancestry for me and you. That shows how we came to this planet Earth. Let's look at the person X who is alive on the planet Earth. That is, this person is person X in this ancestry chain picture. At one point, he was a single cell, and that single cell divided in a controlled fashion through instruction from its DNA and made his whole body the way it is today. But how did the single cell that his body started with came about? It was formed from the conception of egg and sperm from his parents when his parents had sex. Suppose his parents died before they conceived person X. They could have died from accident or from disease or from any other way. That is true for both father and mother. The idea that person X's father and mother did not die before conception of person X as a first cell made it possible for person X to be born. Well, that sounds normal and nothing seems exciting about that. Now let's talk about person X's parents' parents. That is, now there are 4 grandparents, assuming that there was no inbreeding. All 4 of them have to have survived before conception of person X's parents, else person X's parents won't be born. Here is the person X's parents, and here are X's grandparents. None of them died from accident or disease or any other way before person X's parents were born. Let's go up one more generation. Person X, that is this generation. Person X has 4 great grandparents, that is total of 8 people. All of them had to survive and had sex and did not die before conceiving person X's grandparents. That is this guys. They were all got lucky in the game of life and beat the odds of death through either disease or through accident or any other way of death. Now let's think about this, folks. Where are we heading? Where are we taking this discussion to? Where does this ancestry chain go to? It goes on and on and on till the first cell that existed on this planet Earth. In this whole ancestry chain, if there was a single failure of parents who could not survive due to early death from disease or any other way, they could not have produced their offsprings, and the person X would not have born. If the breakage in the chain of this ancestry going from person X to the first cell about 2 to 3 billion years ago, person X would not have been born. If you think of person X, that is you and me. Here, that is you. That is, I would not have been born if there is a single breakage of link from me to the first cell. That is the first cell. That is, it is very rare and unique event. I am extremely lucky to be born on this planet Earth, as my ancestors beat all the odds of surviving against disease, accident, famine, and all other forms of death that living organisms die from. Guys, I'm extremely lucky to be born on this planet Earth and my physical body exists as it is today. Guys, it is not just me, it is you, and all of us. Let's take an example of person Y. That is this guy. Person Y's great grandparents survived and produced person Y's grandparents. That is this guy. But person Y's grandparents, that is at least one of the four, or any one of them from four parents, died before person Y's parents could be born, and thus person Y's parents never existed, and person Y's physical body never came onto this planet Earth. That is true for all non-existent organisms who were never born on this planet Earth and never saw the light of the day on this planet Earth. It is extremely rare and unique event that I and you are born and alive on this planet Earth. Let's look at this from different perspective. We looked at our ancestry chain. At the top of the chain, there is a first single cell that existed on this planet Earth. As it proliferated, it became different organisms, like we see cats, dogs, elephants, and other thousands and thousands of species that exist today. Many other millions of species also became extinct over millions of years ago. Think of the life of any of the other organisms. They do not have luxury like human beings do. Many of them get treated badly and are in fierce competition and have to fight on daily basis just to survive. Human beings have dominated this game, and it is extremely rare event that I and you ended up taking the branch in ancestry tree where we ended up as human beings. That is, I and you are extremely lucky that we are born as human beings on this planet Earth. It is a rare and unique event to be born as human beings on this planet Earth. Many individuals are born in poverty and they do not get education and have to live life in a very poor condition. Many human beings have to do hard physical labor just to have food on the table. There are many of our fellow human beings who fall in this category. These folks don't care about the meaning of life. Their life is a struggle for daily survival. However, if you are taking this course, I am assuming that is not the case with any of you. Folks, we are extremely lucky to be born with the physical body that we have. Let's go to the next slide. However, does this discussion lead to the purpose of life? No, but it leads to the necessity to find the purpose of life, as we will die fairly soon on this planet Earth and our lucky physical body will cease to exist on this planet Earth. So it is very important to find the purpose of human life. This perspective of looking at human body as to who we are is an interesting way to look at us, but it did not yield the purpose of life as it yielded to dead end. But in my viewpoint, it certainly led us to understanding how we are lucky and led us to the necessity to find the purpose of life. In the next video, we will look at who we are from different perspective, and one of the perspective will lead us to find the purpose of human life. Guys, thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next video.